Everybody, welcome back to another episode of Watch Your Lips.
Episode 23, and we probably should formally introduce the Watch Your Lips staff is growing. Kevin Burns is back, and he's going to be here to stay. Is that right, Kevin?
That's right, boys.
Your trial period is over?
Yes, I'm off probation.
Well, it hasn't been 90 days, but
Yeah.
we've decided as a collective group, we voted on it. And,
Well, thank you, guys.
And you're not in.
Dang it.
No, you're in.
I got a live contract for it, too.
Jeff?
So thank you.
Kevin, watch your lips. Happy 4th of July before we forget.
Yes.
Any 4th of July plans? Or this will be out afterwards, so that doesn't matter. Pick'ems.
Yes, I'm going to Bass Lake.
Are you going
Thanks
to Bass
for
Lake?
asking, Jake. Yeah.
You went to Bass Lake.
I went last year, and I'm going again this year.
You went the 4th. You went to Bass Lake.
Because it'll be out after.
Yeah, I went.
You were there.
Both years I went.
What'd you do? What'd you do?
I don't know. I'll tell you later.
Oh, okay. Yeah, happy 4th of July, everybody. Pick'ems, MLB Pick'ems. I lost again. 4-1 now overall. It was a 58-53 final.
Well, I think if you want to contest that the contest is over, so we can get Burns in on, I mean, he just sits through this every week.
So,
and I mean, I'm fine with doing it. I'm fine with him sitting
how do
here
you
and
feel
watching
about
us
it,
do
Burns? How do you feel about it? Do you not like this part of the?
I don't mind. I don't know any of the players usually.
See?
But
Yeah, that wouldn't be the game we played. If we contest, if he contests,
He wants me to. He wants me
quit.
to give
Yeah.
up.
we would do a game amongst all of us.
yeah, and
is what
then
I'm
you would
saying.
win more often if we did a baseball game. Because I would
No,
lose.
I'm winning now.
No. Okay, so he would be the first loser more often.
Yes.
Second,
Yes.
right?
I mean,
That's correct.
who's to say that's true? That may not be
So,
true.
Pick'em, we're going to move on. I'm going to take Julio Rodriguez.
Okay, that was my first pick. I kind of figured you were going to go there. I'm going to take Kyle Tucker.
Astro.
He's been good. I am looking at my fantasy team that's winning right now, and I'm going to take Matt Olson.
I'll take Goldie.
That's a good one. I took him first week, and he put up like 80 by himself.
He's your first half.
I'm going to take Lewis Robert.
Okay. I'll take Vlad Guerrero Jr.
Saving him. I'm going to take the...
You already took him
I didn't take... Did I take Vlad?
last week.
Oh, that's why I won. Never mind. I won't save him. It's 4-1.
It is 4-1.
Do you guys track that on some app or something?
The fantasy apple. You just go
okay.
count the numbers. And,
Yeah, usually we have to count them twice.
I have to double
3
check
times.
his count sometimes.
I didn't count them at all this week, so I'm glad I won.
We were.
You could have told me it was 65 to 59.
He would
I
have
would
never
believed you.
No, I'm not a
You would've
liar,
gone on.
Jeff.
I
You
would've-
would have looked.
Yeah, I would have.
I'm not a liar. You know this.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
A couple things. It's been a couple weeks, right, since we've put out an episode, so some things have happened in the news. Anything particular you want to start with, guys? I mean, you had Kaepernick get a workout with the Raiders. We spend just brief moments on that because the Raiders come out and said they were reportedly impressed with Kaepernick's arm strength and conditioning, and the team considered the workout a positive sign. And then you see Warren Sapp go on TV, or Vlad TV is what it was on YouTube, and says it was awful. I have his clip. Hold on. It was real short, but I mean,
do you see Kaepernick coming back? I mean, he tried out with the Raiders recently, but I heard the tryout wasn't all that great.
I heard it was a disaster. I heard it was one of the worst workouts ever. I'm wondering how the hell this happened and the tape didn't get out, right? I mean, somebody wasn't over the fence or nothing? Come on, man. We live in a world right now where you put a drone up. Hey, it ain't like they can stop you.
I think it's a good point because, like, the Raiders obviously made their statement.
I mean, this is a Hall of Famer talking. So, are you more apt to believe the Raiders who have to publicly say that it went well or are you going to believe
do they have to?
That has nothing to lose?
Well, in this climate, yeah, I think they do. They can't come out and be like, "Oh,
then put out the video."
Well, no, I mean, especially
that was what I liked about what he said.
Yeah.
Why is there not a video? But then put out, if there wasn't a bad workout, put the video. There's video of it. We know
for sure
it exists.
But the issue is the controversy behind Colin Kaepernick. So the more they put him in the news and the more that they publicize him, it's not good. It's not going to be a good look for the Raiders at all. So for them to keep it in the weeds, I think is a good thing. And I believe Warren Sapp, I think Kaepernick's days were done, when he took him to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I think the Raiders are just trying to make sure they don't get embroiled in controversy.
Almost like they did their part.
Yeah.
We gave him a workout.
Yeah, exactly. And said positive
Nobody
things.
else would. We did.
And there's nothing to say.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I think he's out of the NFL for good.
Yeah.
I don't see any team that has a dire need to bring him in.
I agree.
And he probably does have good arm strength. I mean, he always had a cannon.
Well, it was always the thing that he's been working out the whole time he's been off the field or out of the NFL.
He ran like a deer, too.
If you look at their statement, they say he had good arm strength and conditioning. Like, that's not okay. That's not going to be an NFL quarterback.
I probably still have average arm strength.
Right.
I'm not well conditioned.
We can hit a golf ball 280 to 300 yards. We're not on the PGA Tour.
Can he do that?
No, probably not. I saw him.
I don't think he can.
No, but I'm saying, like, it's not like they really came out and said, "Oh, it was a great workout." They said it was positive. They said his arm strength was good. Like, they didn't say we're.
And that's my point, and that's why I like what Warren said. If that's the case, then let's see it. Put it out there. Let's see the clips.
He's right. I mean, nobody jumped the fence. There wasn't a drone.
Dude, that video exists. We know that video exists.
I love Warren Sapp.
Oh, so
he was fun to watch.
Oh,
too.
he really was.
He was a great.
He was
player.
fun to watch on TV too, as a commentator.
Oh yeah, no, he was great.
He's entertaining.
And also, the passing of you talking about guys on TV with Saragusa.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Who was he was fun to watch, or
he was
watch play and then to do the game day
unless
stuff.
you're a Raider fan, right? Because he wasn't he the one that hurt Rich Gannon on their run like 20 years ago? No, nobody.
Oh, it's a good trivia question.
That is a good trivia. I mean, I'm blown away that you even brought that up.
Hey, but staying in the NFL, Deshaun Watson, I wanted to.
I saw he settled.
He settled 20 of the 24 lawsuits, and then he basically went in front of the board, and they're going to decide his fate in the next 2 to 3 weeks. So the NFL is pushing for a 1 year
I saw that.
A lot of folks are saying like he's not ever going to play for the Browns.
Right.
So then, what is this contract? The $230 million contract?
Yeah. Is there any way for them to get out of it?
Great question.
I don't know what's guaranteed.
Yeah.
There's guaranteed money in it, right?
I think the bulk of it is guaranteed.
I'm pretty sure
with no stipulations if you don't, if the NFL suspends you, there's got to be something in there to protect. You can't be that stupid and not have protect yourself with the.
Well, here's the thing too. Like, okay, you settled 20 of the 24, so you were guilty 20 times and you knew it.
But those other 4 times,
those other 4, I'm going to go to battle.
Wait a second, though. Is that it doesn't mean it's an admission of guilt?
No, and it's a confidential settlement. They're not going to.
It's just that they don't want to pursue court proceedings, right? Is essentially why.
Correct. And a lot of the times in cases like that, it's cheaper to settle, whether you're guilty or not. So I'm just jokingly I'm saying he's guilty, but what's the difference between these 4 and the 20? Why not just wipe them all clean?
Yeah.
And then when you go in front of the board, you got a hell of a better shot.
Were they not willing to settle? I'm sure he was trying to settle everything.
I would imagine. Good point.
I read an article about Robert Kraft, right? He similar, not quite as many, but he got caught in the parlor or the massage parlor and all that stuff. And what happened to him?
That's a good question.
He's still the owner of the New England Patriots.
Well, look at Vince McMahon's in the news for this stuff.
Yeah. And it sounds like Deshaun Watson deserves what he's getting, but why are these other dudes not getting the backlash? Dan Schneider, whatever, from Washington.
Oh, yeah.
Another one.
Well, he's getting some backlash.
But he still owns the team, right?
Right.
And he's saying he's not going to...
the NFL said they can't regulate who owns the team or not. So
Goodell came out and said that. Huh?
He's got
unless the NFL is going to buy the franchise, right?
Yeah,
it's the only way to get rid of it.
Yeah,
is it league owned?
What happens though, and I know we've talked about it a little bit, but assuming Deshaun Watson doesn't play, Mayfield now they've said that he's linked to Seattle, and he will not. The ties are broken.
Yeah,
like it's going to take the olive branch being stuck out by Cleveland to even have an opportunity to keep him.
Do you accept that olive branch?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, I would. No.
Hey,
I don't.
Not if you have an opportunity to go and play in Seattle. No way.
Well, and I know you're not a big fan of Baker, or you don't think he's a elite quarterback, which
I thought he was phenomenal in college. He's just not.
His grit last year, and for Cleveland to just throw him to the side. I mean, he was playing hurt all year.
But you're also not a fan of Pete Carroll.
I mean, Pete Carroll in his younger days, I liked. I mean, because he was fired up.
Yeah.
I mean, he was a Sean McVay type coach. So yeah, I liked him then. But now it's like the game's passed him up. Like everything that used to work doesn't work anymore. And you're not getting innovative. You're not being creative. Like you got to do something different. And you have a ton of weapons. When you got guys like Tyler Lockett, DK Metcalf, and Russell Wilson, and you still can't win, like, okay, granted there were injuries, but it's past him. So do I like Pete Carroll? I don't love Pete Carroll, but I think he's fine.
You just like Baker out of Cleveland because you're not taking that branch.
Well, I don't think it's a good spot for him. I mean, just too much controversy circulating that whole thing. So getting him out of that environment, I mean, he has the ability to be a really good quarterback. Maybe it's the system. Maybe it's the coaching staff. I don't know. If you give him free reign in a place like Seattle that'll let you run like they did with Russell Wilson, okay, maybe he's a different player.
Yeah.
I'm still not going to draft him, even in a 2-quarterback league, if he's the starter for Seattle, unless it's a pure desperation move. But
he's a stream-only guy.
Absolutely. You can't.
When it comes to fantasy.
He's not
so
reliable.
Explain what stream-only, just play
on a bye
by
week.
week.
Yeah, you plug and play.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that.
He's not one of the best. Well, like your boy Tua. You brought up how.
Well, I mean, you guys mentioned it was about a month ago, but we can talk about it.
Yeah.
How Tyreek Hill came out and said that he's more accurate than Mahomes. What do you guys think?
I don't think that is really a cursor or precursor to him being a good quarterback, because when you're throwing 8-yard passes in the NFL, you should complete most of those. So maybe
can you see the laser beams?
I mean, he's got a good point
into your forehead,
but he's got a good point.
But without being a homer, right? Yeah, you love the Dolphins.
That's one thing I won't be on here is a homer. Like I've said that I'm a semi-believer in Tua several times. Accuracy, though, is not one thing that anybody can contest.
No.
Like in 2 years, he's been in amongst the top 3.
But that's fine.
But you're right. It's 8-yard outs. It's little outs because they wouldn't let him loose. Like if you looked at the game calling and the play calling from the Brian Flores era, it was awful to watch as a Dolphins fan. I hated it because I'm like, you're not letting him do what he did in Alabama. He wasn't known as the 8-yard out guy. He was throwing it 40, 50 yards down the field.
But he's not facing teams. He's not facing college defenses. And how much of that is them protecting him?
Yeah, but they got a better line. This year is going to be the proving year.
And you might be right.
And what happens
there's a time where you let them loose. And it's no different in baseball, right? How many times have you seen guys, all right, we're shutting him down after 150 innings or 100 innings and then in 2 years down the road, the same guy is now at 200 innings a year. Like it's just a slow progression and to protect their investment.
Well,
but also an accuracy, that's fine, but who's more effective? Who does more with, you know what I mean? Who can do more?
We're going to find out.
You think so? You think this is the kind of the breakout?
Tua is comparable to Patrick Mahomes?
Absolutely not. His intangibles, no way.
Okay.
But his supporting cast, it's better than Kansas City's right now.
He really
he's got playmakers. So if he can do what Mike McDaniel's offenses are known to do, and he's successful at it, Tua's going to be the quarterback for Miami for a long time.
I mean, like Tua.
You don't spend that much money and take the number 5 overall pick and not give him a chance. So I love what Mike McDaniel's done. He's brought in veterans. He's brought in proven veterans that are really good, that are fast.
Yeah.
So Miami is going to be fast. Can Tua keep up with them? I don't know. That's going to be the question that I want to see answered is, can he elevate his game? Truly, I think he can. Not as a homer, I really do. But, I mean, comparing him to Mahomes and that offense with Andy Reid is a little different. Andy Reid's had offenses like that everywhere he's went. So is that a commodity of Andy Reid? Is that a commodity of Bieniemy? Maybe.
Yeah.
You know, but Mahomes is a superstar. I mean, he's a stud. So I don't think Tua's in that category. I don't think he's going to be in that category anytime soon.
You're right. They haven't let him out of the stable yet.
But let him get opportunities to throw more than 18 passes
when
a game.
He'll have it.
You know, throw 35 and let's see what they do.
Yeah.
If he throws 35 passes, he's going to throw for 4,000 yards. That's what the NFL is now. I mean, you've got guys. Jared Goff did it a couple of years ago. Like it will be done. So
you say that your look was a shocking look.
I mean, dude, you look at Goff and now, I mean, what a disaster being in Detroit.
Yeah.
Like he is exposed to the bones now.
Yeah, because look at Matthew Stafford. He was still semi-successful. I mean, they didn't win, but he was still a good quarterback.
He was a standalone, get him to the playoffs type guy, where Jared Goff can't do that.
No, he doesn't have that.
He can't do that in
Were you
Detroit.
suspect on him even coming out of the draft?
I was, and then when I saw the offense that he had and McVay, I was like, well, I mean, if Goff can win, anybody can win.
You think
Honestly,
that's a similar situation with Tua, or you think Tua is a better talent?
Oh, Tua's better than Goff.
I'm just asking.
For sure.
I'm just asking.
No, I think he is.
I'm not trying to start an argument.
So going back to what Tyreek Hill said, why do you think he's saying that? Do you think it's to pump up his quarterback or to take shots at Patrick Mahomes? What's the point of that comment?
Good question. I don't think he'd have any reason to throw darts at Patrick Mahomes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he helped elevate his career. Without Patrick Mahomes, Tyreek Hill doesn't get this kind of money, number one. But two, he doesn't have to say anything. Like they can just wait till September and show everybody.
Yeah.
But he's going out of his way to continue to make everybody believe. So that tells me as a fan, like it creates the fire in me. Like, okay, maybe this is real.
Right.
You know?
And I think with the upgraded line and the weapons that they added, I think maybe you let him loose a little bit more.
Dude, you have Sony Michel there.
And he might be
got Raheem Mostert. You've got Chase Edmonds. You've got Myles Gaskin. Like, you have veteran running backs.
Who's their tight end? He's good.
Gesicki, Mike Gesicki.
Yeah.
And you got Waddle and Hill. And you got Cedric Wilson now. Like, they're going to be good. How good is going to be dependent on Tua.
Yep.
Well,
I think that helps. I think you let him loose a little bit.
You have to let him throw the ball. Like,
well, at some point you've got to see what you got and what you have in him.
And he's going to spread the field out. So hopefully we see the Tua from Alabama, because that Tua that came in that national championship game, I'm sure you guys watched it. He was unreal when he came off the bench. Unreal. He just let him loose, and he was throwing BBs downfield.
I would love to see him do well.
So
I like Tua.
I wasn't prepared for the Dolphins talk, but I appreciate
we
it.
go where we
Absolutely.
go where we go.
Swing from the hip here.
No, like I think the play creation, like what can he do on his feet? Like he's not used like Mahomes. They don't, let Mahomes create when he needs to create. That's not what Tua has been able to do yet. So the comparison stuff isn't that's not really fair to Tua. And I can't believe I'm not a fan of the Dolphins, but if I can disagree with you more times than not, I'm going to.
Absolutely, but he's young and athletic, man. Yeah. Give him the torch. Let's see what he does.
Hill's going to help him extend plays.
Oh yeah,
because Hill can run. Yeah, and to have both of them.
Right.
No, I think it's going to be an interesting year. I'm not a fan of them, obviously, but I don't.
Who are you a fan of?
The Packers.
Oh yeah, I think we.
Yeah, they got a wide receiver this week, right?
I don't know, but they're saying Alan Lazard's their number one. That would worry me big time if I was in Green Bay. Like, it's
going to be a test for Aaron Rodgers. How can you make your team that much better? If Alan Lazard,
he's
your
done
number
it before, man.
Yeah,
he's one of those guys that he's like Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Do not bet against him because you'll lose
until the playoffs, and then you'll win.
And then you can win. Yeah,
if
he plays the Niners.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh man.
I mean, football season's coming.
Well,
we got to start greasing the football vibes.
Yeah, I got one more because Terry McLaurin, who I'm a huge fan of, Scary Terry. I draft him all the time. I have from the beginning when he was a rookie. $71 million, 3 years. So
is that still less than Christian Kirk still? I think he got 80 something, right?
But he got 4 years or
maybe he did. I thought it was 3.
I think it was 4 years, but. Now on the sidelines, you've got DK Metcalf and Deebo Samuel, who we've talked about in the past. This is going to help their deals. If McLaurin's getting these deals, playing for the Commanders, these guys are getting deals.
Yes.
Big time. And they should now. I mean, if you're paying McLaurin, which I'm a fan, but you got to pay those two.
Yeah. Especially Deebo.
Agreed. I mean... You got to pay him or he's leaving.
Yeah.
Same with Metcalf.
Yeah,
Get on your roller skates, man, and just start going as fast as you can out of Seattle.
Yeah.
Seriously.
I thought that he was going to be gone for sure.
Well, if they pay him a shitload of money, he's staying.
Yep.
You think?
Money talks.
It's like Liv, dude. Money talks.
I'm with you. You stay to get
paid.
Lockett stays. You can find a quarterback. I mean, it's not all dead. No. Next year, you're probably not going to have the best of seasons. But if you can survive one or two, little bumps in the road and draft well, like I don't know what the next year's quarterback class looks like.
Why don't you just be like a Larry Fitzgerald and play for an average team that has a couple opportunities to make the playoffs in their career, and you make a lot of money and you stay where you're supposed to be? Why not do that?
Not the nature. Yeah, no, not the nature.
I mean, if a contender's gonna pay you more, you're gonna leave, especially if a contender is paying.
But he's probably gotten offers over the year from contenders,
possibly.
I would think, right?
Yeah,
but
I'm sure.
So then Kyler Murray's going to be gone, right? Or do you think he'll stay this year if we're going to the Cardinals? Because that's a disaster.
Yeah, I don't know what that's going to play out like. I mean, that's got real quiet.
Yeah.
So.
I don't know. Kyler Murray, to me, when he walked away from the baseball side of it and the way that he did it and everything, he kind of I wasn't a big fan at that point. I do like watching.
Wait, why?
Because he
wasn't like Neon Dion. He couldn't do both.
Do both, Jackson. Or stick to his original commitment. It's like what you talk about with these kids that are committing to colleges and all that. Obviously, it's a little bit different, but I think because in the beginning, didn't he tell on the baseball side that I'm coming after football or after college, I'm going to play, and so what happened in between that he was going to be the number 1 draft pick, but the longevity in baseball would have been probably much longer.
Here's the thing:
it probably would have taken longer to get to the big leagues.
Yeah,
and it would have been less money.
So is that a personality flaw that now we're 2-3 years in Arizona and all of a sudden he's throwing a hissy fit?
Well, I think he throws a hissy fit wherever he's at.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
He's just a hissy fit type of guy.
Yeah.
Honestly. And honestly though, Arizona is going to struggle big time in the early season without DeAndre Hopkins. And if they tank, he's not getting the money, dude.
Yeah.
If he doesn't win 5 of the first 7 games, he's not getting the money.
Well, it's hard to do what you did last year too. Didn't they win the first 7 and then
tank?
Tank.
Goose eggs everywhere.
It was once Hopkins went out, right?
Right.
Not when
and then in the playoffs, you get embarrassed by the Rams.
But Rondell Moore, for the listeners, Rondell Moore, I have him in all dynasty formats.
Fantasy stasher guy, or
yeah, take him. You're going to like it because Kirk's gone and Hopkins is gone. So,
we're talking about deals, money and contracts and all that. And also why we've been out just over the weekend, you had,
you got a contract over the weekend?
No, you had Freddie Freeman's hit the news.
Yeah, that was interesting.
And not to say that the tweet, I saw Doug Gottlieb tweeted out, that Freddie Freeman was unaware of the final offer from the Atlanta Braves. His agent has come out in an SI interview, I think it was SI Now, saying that's not the case or whatever, that Gottlieb's tweet was basically false.
Well, I mean, that's fair. You want to defend yourself, but you got fired by
the agent did, right?
By your employer, which is Freddie Freeman.
Right.
So it obviously something irked him, something pissed him off, right? And he fires him. So then to see his emotion when they went back to Atlanta, that's a guy that never wanted to leave Atlanta, like ever.
Yeah, that
he didn't have to.
No,
because of that offer.
He didn't have to. I mean, they offered him. They offered him like $145 million or something like that.
And he was unaware of it?
No, he. I mean, that offer was public.
Oh,
right.
Okay.
Like it was in the news. They reported on it. It was like a 5 or 6 year deal. He wanted years, which would equate to some more money. Atlanta, after like a couple weeks after that offer, moved on. So he did have the opportunity to stay. I don't know what advice he got. I don't know.
Obviously, not very good advice because.
Well, I mean, Chipper Jones is out there. Did one of the Braves podcasts and talked about, hey, like I talked to him within those 2 weeks after that offer. We spoke. It's like,
and what was that conversation?
It was just like it was a good deal. Like you need to think about, you want to retire a Brave. Like this is home, and I don't remember the whole. It's just been a while since I'd last heard it, but yeah, it's out. I forget the name of it. It's an Atlanta Braves podcast, and they were talking about some of the advice that Chipper even gave him about being a lifelong Brave, and obviously
this could be one of those. Hey, I regret my decision. I chased the money, and I probably shouldn't have. I mean, when you look at the emotion of the guy, I watched that whole interview.
It was tough.
It was tough, man. Those are pure raw emotions. Like he loves Atlanta. He loves the Braves. And I don't know if he wants to play for the blue team the rest of his career.
I also think that's a little bit of the media trying to make it a bigger story about being in LA than maybe it really is. You see a picture of him sitting on the bench and it's like,
he's sad.
But I mean, like,
no, dude, I'm looking at it from his interview. Like, just you can't, that's not scripted, Burns, right? I mean, he got
emotional?
Very, where he almost couldn't talk.
Okay.
Emotional. So, I don't know, man. I think he got misled, personally. I mean, those kind of emotions do they run through? Sure, but you got a lot of money.
Yeah.
But money's not everything to everybody. Like, maybe he was a lot happier in Atlanta. Maybe not.
I mean, he spent the majority of his career there. And there was also, I don't think, any closure there, which I think this maybe helped some of that. I don't know.
Yeah, quick exit for sure.
But I'm saying, like, the unhappy in LA, like.
No, I don't.
Not really,
I don't know if that's a true thing. Like, even Kershaw, came out and said something about, like, I hope you care about us more than. And it's like, well, what if the Dodgers did you that way, Kershaw? Right. Like, who the fuck are you to even say?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, let's say the Dodgers don't deal you a fair deal, and then somebody, you know what I mean? Like, don't comment on something like that.
Especially your teammate.
I mean, it's pure speculation of what. I'm just going off the emotions, and it looked like he was sad to not be in Atlanta.
I mean, he was there through all the shit years,
and then you win the
World Series,
and then you bounce.
And you're thinking, like, this is it. Mm-hmm. I'm a lifer.
Right.
I'm going to end my career here to in a matter of weeks. They've signed a new guy in an 8-year extension, and you're all of a sudden out of a job.
Yeah. Well, what about you guys got any more on Freeman or?
Well, I don't. I mean, if this is true with his agent, like,
Yeah, that's some shady.
Wow. What happens to that guy? Like, you get disbarred? How does that work?
Well, I mean, if you have a prominent figure like Freddie Freeman as your client and he drops you that fast, you don't think others are going to be...
After all those years?
Yeah, you don't think others are going to be looking, especially guys that are coming up and looking for an agent that needs somebody? He's probably got a little black dot on his resume.
Even if it's not true, like, public opinion is...
Yeah, that's everything now.
Like, they just believe what they want to believe, whether it's true or not.
It's huge.
I don't know. It was a crazy story. It was rough to watch being a Braves fan too. And it's like, there also was some closure to it though. Like, the fans didn't get it. He didn't get it. I mean, the response when he got there into the stadium to get the ring, like, it was
what a return home.
Oh yeah,
it was
awesome.
Yeah.
It gave us that, like, the goodbye that nobody got.
Right.
So but as far as that he's miserable in LA, I don't buy that stuff. I think it's what journalists do.
Yeah.
Creating a story.
Not have integrity.
Creating controversy.
Most of them.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly.
It's not like he's not on a good ball club that's
going
to make a run into the postseason. Yeah. Like, come on, not all is bad.
Yeah. Exactly.
That was an emotional weekend. That weekend was probably circled on his calendar since day one of the season. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? He's still producing. He's still doing what Freddie does.
Right.
So I don't think all is bad.
No, I agree. I just think he wanted to stay in Atlanta.
Agreed.
Yeah.
But the big news right now, and I'm sure you guys saw this yesterday, USC and UCLA are bouncing from the Pac-12. And I had a couple things on this I wanted you guys your takes. But so they're building the super conferences. Basically, you've got the Big 10 or the Big 18, whatever it's going to be now, and you've got the SEC, and then you've got everybody else.
Yeah.
Like these two conferences are dominating college sports.
Power 5 or whatever.
No, they're dominating college sports.
I think Power 5 is going to be on.
And my take on it is, like, I don't know how much you guys watch college football, but I watch a ton. I love it. And the reason I love it is it was different than the NFL, like really different than the NFL. Now it's almost the same. It's starting to become... I mean, they're making these powerhouse conferences, and if you're not in it, you're on the outside.
Yeah.
Like, we're playing chess, and all of you guys are playing checkers now.
Well, right? These smaller conferences don't have a chance to make any type of real postseason.
And then what happens? What sucks is, like, a team like Cincinnati, who was so good last year, and then they get steamrolled.
Yep.
You know, and it just where are you going to compete? You're not at that. When you get to that playoff, like, if you're not the Alabama, you're not the Ohio State, Texas now, Arch Manning, because they will be there. And I'm really happy about him going to Texas and not Alabama.
Didn't the other quarterback go back there?
Ewers? Yeah.
How's that going to...
It doesn't matter. His transfer's done.
I'm saying, how's that going to...
I mean, he'll start, I'm sure, going into the season, or he'll be one
Arch Manning's still a senior.
Yeah, he's still got another year to go.
3.
Right.
He'll be playing in 23.
Yeah. But we're going to be watching Arch for a long time on TV, both in college and as a professional. But
did you watch any of his high school games last year?
Oh, yeah, he's phenomenal, man.
I watched a few of those.
He's unreal.
Yeah.
I think the Pac-12 is dead.
Well, yeah. I mean, what is a team like Oregon?
They're
and
next.
Washington.
They're all...
And, they're gone.
Yeah.
There's no way. Stanford, who's had some powerhouse teams.
Utah. The Pac-12 is going to...
Exactly.
They're not because everybody's like, oh, we'll bring in No, the other teams are going to leave.
Yeah, exactly.
Who cares about where Fresno State ends up?
But here's the thing, though.
The Pac-12, at that point, who cares? Just stay in the Mountain West. The Pac-12 is just going to be done. It's going to dissolve itself.
What's your travel budget now?
Bro.
Because you're going to on the road to Ohio State, on
Rutgers,
or on the road to Michigan, Rutgers, Michigan State, Penn State, and these are California schools. Like, geography means nothing now.
Well, and I don't think
everything.
But I don't think money is a problem.
No, that's what I'm saying. Money means everything now.
Who's going to leave for the Big 12? Who's going to leave the Big 12 to go to the SEC?
But UCLA's kind of been the doormat. I mean, they had a good season last year, but the last few they've been awful.
Well, who is it? What Big 12 teams isn't Oklahoma going to bounce to the?
They're already in the SEC,
The SEC
and Texas.
Yeah, Texas. That's right.
Yeah. So now, I mean
that starts this year.
Yeah, that's a gauntlet to run through.
Yeah.
And now the big whatever it is, whatever they're going to call it, is going to be a gauntlet to run through.
I saw somebody put out, it was like Mountain West thing on Twitter, like combining what's left of the Pac-12 and the Mountain West and making, I'm like, that's not a super.
Right.
That does it. Yeah. It's not a super conference.
Yeah. I mean, but they have to do something. They've got to compete somehow. Like the Mountain West and Sky West and all, they can't survive. They can't survive. No. And I mean, they don't have the funds. They don't have the facilities, especially Fresno State, that needs to be upgraded. They have done some, but that's why you're not getting big schools to come here.
No. Well, it's going to kill recruiting. It's already hard recruiting, right? Unless you're a USC, UCLA in that area of California, the state.
But you know what, dude?
Like who's going to come to Stanford? I mean, you're going for academics.
The 4-star athletes now. You're not getting the 5-star guys because they're going to the powerhouse schools. So does it benefit a team like Fresno? Maybe, because are you going to get more 3-star guys with a lot of upside that would have been like that live in Texas that want to play for Texas and Texas A&M, but they're not good enough, but they're really good here? Maybe you start getting those guys. Maybe it does help a little bit with recruiting.
That would be good.
I mean,
for Fresno State.
Well, yeah, but like these conferences, why are they going to mess around with 4-star guys?
Well, so because they're going to be competing for the 5. They're all competing for those 5 stars. I don't think that's going to change all that much unless a kid that wanted to go to Michigan, now adding UCLA and USC, may go to Michigan. The conference just got upgraded. Then maybe I'll stay closer to home than I go to an SEC school.
Yeah. I mean, I agree.
That may not be. That may not happen.
It will be upgraded in the next. Well, they're starting next year, and I think Lincoln Riley's going to have a run, early within the first 3 years of his contract.
Well, especially with that quarterback that he brought over too, right?
UCLA is going to be awful.
Yeah, they weren't that good last year. I don't know
how. I mean, Fresno beat them.
Yeah.
Hell of a game, too. Yeah,
I got to do some more reading on it because I just don't know what all these leftover Pac-12 teams are going to do. Like U of A, where's Arizona going to go? Where's Arizona State going to go?
Yeah.
What's going to happen to, Oregon State?
But here's my question. You only have X amount of games you can play. If you start adding 20 teams into a conference and make this huge super conference, and maybe that's just an exaggeration that they're not going to go to 20, but let's assume that they do 15. No non-conference games? You're not going to play everybody in your conference?
Well, that hurts the small teams Fresno State.
But then they do it like the Mountain West does now, and the SEC does now, and they split. But every other year you play Alabama? Like as a Florida fan, I want to play them every year.
Yeah.
But we don't get to. Same thing's going to happen. Is Michigan not going to play Ohio State ever? Is the big game not going to happen?
Well,
then a Michigan fan and an Ohio State fan, they're going to be pissed because that game for them is enormous.
Oh yeah,
I don't see how that game. I don't see how you flirt with that stuff. But you may have to.
If they're on the other side, or if they're in the maybe.
Well, you got Fresno playing at Michigan in 24.
Yeah, we're going.
Well, does that game stay?
I don't know. Is Fresno State going to be in the Mountain West? Or are they going to be in the Pac-12?
Well, that's what I'm curious to see what happens with the
Boise
conferences.
State.
But what does Boise State have to offer other than football? I don't know. I'm asking. They don't have a baseball program.
Not much. The basketball's been good.
Yeah.
I mean, they're in the tournament.
Like San Diego State's an easy. Like I absolutely see. If the Pac-12 stays and they invite teams in, San Diego State is
absolutely
no-brainer.
Baseball, basketball are huge.
And golf is good, too.
Brand new football stadium.
Good golf team.
Yeah, real good. Shoffley, that's where he went. By the way, I wasn't sure if you guys wanted to talk about that, but no, I'm kidding.
No, we might.
No,
that's a no-brainer. Is San Diego with the new football stadium and all that,
and their golf team.
And their golf team, I heard, is really good.
I will say this: I don't like it. I don't like these
Do you think it's
massive conferences, these super conferences. It's turning into an NFL type.
So it's going to water down your experience in watching college
absolutely.
football.
Do you think so?
If they
because who are you? Games, I don't know if that will though. You're still going to watch,
dude. I'll watch, of course, but it's
not going to change the. You still want to see the big matchups
in any format. If a Michigan doesn't play in Ohio State, they've wrecked college football.
Yeah, I agree. You've got to keep the rivalries.
They have wrecked it. Yeah. So if there is any way in this that those two teams or teams like that of those calibers with those bigger rivalries do not play, you've just ruined college football, in my opinion. And because that's what fans really want to see. Okay, even if Michigan has a horrible season or a subpar season and they win the big game, it's a success.
So the assumption would be that those two teams would be in different conference or divisions within the conference.
Yeah, but
what if they're? I mean, they're
all going to have to do that.
Yeah, but it's a regularly scheduled game.
Well, and that's what I'm saying. So what if they're in the same division of that conference? Then you're good, right?
I mean,
it wouldn't.
The powers that be got it. You can't.
I'm sure they know that, and I'm sure that it won't ruin it. But I'm just saying, if that ever happens because of this.
Yeah,
and everybody can't play everybody every year.
Well, and that was
you've got to rotate. So you can't have Michigan play Ohio State every year when you have 18 teams in there, and Michigan doesn't play, every other team.
Right. It's like the only game you don't shift. That game stays all every year.
Yeah. For the Big 18 or Big 55,
that's the other thing. It's a Big 10, but there's not 10. What do we do?
Right.
Can we change the name?
Big 12.
Shit ton of schools conference?
Is it Big 12 now?
The Big Conference.
I mean, they're just going to have to flip-flop
anyway,
and change
it's
names.
The Big 55.
I just go with Big. The Big Conference.
It's going to be big.
Yeah,
it's a good name for it.
But my point with Fresno State is that you've added teams. Are you going to have to take away non-conference games? Does Fresno State
That's what I was saying.
Is that what's going to happen?
That would suck.
That would suck.
I want to go to the
especially for a Fresno State.
Yeah.
Like I'm going to USC. In fact, I'm going to tell all you guys, for my 40th birthday, we're doing a guys trip. You guys got to find your own lodging. I'll buy your tickets, and food, but I'm not paying for everybody to stay.
So he thinks.
Jake and I aren't above sleeping on the floor.
Oh, that's fine.
I am.
I am too.
I'm not sleeping on the goddamn floor. You crazy?
Yeah, I wouldn't
sleep on the couch.
I'll sleep in the chair.
Dad, I'll drive back home that night.
Yeah, so
Coxie would like to cuddle. You can cuddle with Coxie.
No.
I'm not his type, I don't think.
So anyway, it would take away.
He gets uncomfortable.
No, I never get uncomfortable. I mean, you guys have tried for years to make me uncomfortable, and it doesn't make me uncomfortable. But what I'm saying is,
tell us what you're saying, Jeff.
That if Fresno State doesn't have the opportunities like you just said, going to Michigan in 24, going to USC this year, and doing what Fresno State has done to put them on the national map, if you take that away, there's no way in hell we compete with any of these teams.
In recruiting or anything.
None of it.
Yep.
Like, this is how we get recruits.
Yep.
If we go in and we beat USC, that's huge for recruiting.
We should apply to get into the Big 10 if we win.
I don't know. I think it's going to be another super conference. I think they're going to take smaller conferences and combine them.
Well, that's what the Mountain West or the Pac-12 is going to do. They're going to take what's left that doesn't bounce, because I'm telling you, Oregon's not staying.
How does the ACC feel? If you're Dabo Sweeney, how do you feel right now? You're sitting on the mushroom outside, and everybody's looking at you laughing. Dude.
Are they going to go?
He just won national championships.
Yeah.
Why isn't he in the SEC?
Why haven't they?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Why Oklahoma over?
Why UCLA over Clemson?
Yeah.
Dude, I mean, West Coast, and you're going to have
your
them,
viewership.
They're going to be on planes all year long. They're going to be on planes more than they're on the field all year. Like, they could just take their little bus over to USC.
Their little bus.
Right?
They have the East Campus.
Exactly.
You make very good points.
No, it doesn't.
I just don't like it.
Geographically makes zero sense.
Zero.
It's awful.
Well, and the time difference of the primetime games, like if they're at 7 here, they're at 10 on the East Coast, and those teams are going to be pissed.
Right.
Yeah.
But I mean, am I excited to watch Oklahoma play Florida as a Gator fan? Yeah. Am I excited to watch Texas play Oklahoma? Yeah. I'm excited. I'm sure.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
I'm sure Michigan fans and Ohio State fans are excited to play USC. But overall for the game, like if you make these massive super conferences, I think you lose a lot of that college feel.
Kind of like PGA Tour golfers jumping ship to play live.
Lose that.
Same kind of concept. I mean, West Coast football has already been kind of the back burner. It just got worse.
Yeah.
Again, there's no reason for Oregon to not look to get out now.
But USC fan, season ticket holder, those guys.
Yeah, it got much better for them.
I get to see Penn State. I get to see Michigan. I get to see Ohio State.
I wish I had the camera.
Are you kidding?
I know.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm there.
Seriously.
And UCLA.
Those guys are pumped.
They may come out here twice.
Yeah, those guys are pumped. And good for them.
Maybe they just stay out here and do back-to-back weekends, right?
Probably not a
Penn
bad
State
idea.
plays USC, and then the following weekend plays UCLA.
Maybe.
Maybe 2 teams come out and stay for 2 weeks.
Maybe
Flip-flop.
you've just figured it
Flip-flop.
out
I am a guru.
in geography.
No, not at all a guru in anything. It is a mess. But I think Oregon's out. Like UW, what do they do? What does Stanford do? There's a couple, like Utah is a powerhouse they're always in it.
This is just the beginning.
These guys aren't staying. The Pac-12,
No.
they're not. There's nothing now. They're all going to start jumping.
Yeah.
And you're going to have what's left have to merge with the Mountain West, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
They got to have somewhere to play.
I mean,
Do you have all independent now? We're independent.
All Notre Dame.
Like what happens to the Pac-12 network?
Yeah.
it's going to get bigger.
I mean, it's already painful to watch, but
Yeah, it is.
more. I mean, we'll keep seeing this develop over the next couple of weeks as college football approaches too. You're gonna see more teams, I think, jumping ship out of the Pac-12 for sure.
Right.
Whether it's the Big 10 or the Big 12,
There's no doubt, dude.
they're going somewhere.
Oregon, Stanford, Utah, Washington, they're not staying.
I don't think so.
There's no way.
I don't think so either.
I mean, this year they've got a year to figure it out.
Yeah. Now they have no road to the national championship with the way it is now. Those teams, the Stanfords and all that, it'll be.
I mean, if strength of schedule is a criteria, yeah.
Which we've seen over and over that is the big. I mean, that's why SEC dominates the postseason or.
I mean,
all that
Well,
stuff.
and they get away with not having to schedule
But you know
tough
what's fun?
non-conference
Yeah.
because conference is so good.
What happens if the conference is so big that 4 teams in one conference go undefeated
Yeah.
because they didn't play each other? And they all go undefeated. So everybody from that big super conference
Right.
goes to the playoff. And everybody
Again,
else
every
doesn't.
West Coast teams,
And all the SEC teams got 1 loss.
and they don't care. You know why, Jeff? You know why they don't care? Because we're gonna watch it. We're gonna watch
they're
them
gonna
play.
make
They don't
money.
care.
Totally.
They don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna watch it
I
whether
give a shit.
but whether you like it or not, they don't care.
I don't like it.
They don't care.
I know.
not
You know
like
why?
it. I care.
Because they know Jeff Cox is gonna watch
Yeah,
it.
good.
You'll pay pay-per-view to watch it.
No.
Yes, you would.
You'll bet on it.
Yes, you
Yes.
would.
Yeah.
You watch that might come next. Oh, we're gonna $6.99 to watch Michigan Ohio State.
Yeah, probably.
I don't want to put that in
Would
the
you pay
How do
for
I
it?
take that back?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you pay $5 to watch
Oh,
it?
yeah.
You see, like it's
yeah.
coming.
Yeah, I'm sure it will. But I mean, I would. You have icicles on your feet?
No.
I turned this down for him.
I'm like,
A little cooler in here for you today.
Yeah, I was just thinking about how good it feels.
Yeah.
yeah, it's not bad today.
Is
You,
it?
you guys want to play a game?
Sure.
Sure.
In this with a game? 4th of July weekend? I know you're going out. You went out of town. You went out of
I'm
town.
out of town.
Yeah, and you went
I'm
out of
gone.
town as
I
well.
went out of town. It
I'm
was
back
fun.
and going again.
I took a couple players. Basically, what you're going to do is you're going to say which teams they played for throughout their career. Okay.
Okay.
And I'll give you a minute, and you'll write down. I'll tell you how many teams they played for, and you'll write down that amount of teams you think they played for, and whoever gets the most right wins.
This is like supermarket sweep.
And I've got a few
very fast. With a minute.
How much time do you want? Which is a fair amount of time?
How much time do you got, Burns? No,
I've got 30 minutes.
Let's go a minute 30.
Let's do it.
A minute 30 to name
90
for each
seconds.
player.
We'll do one at a time.
One at a time.
Each player you'll get a minute 30.
And then you have to tell the audience what's on your list.
Okay, so the first player played 17 years in the big leagues, and for 11 teams. Okay, 11 teams.
Okay.
That player is Kenny Lofton. Right. What 11 teams did Kenny Lofton play for? Still got some time.
Coxie's over here giving me the answers.
Did you just look at it?
I can't read your writing from this far. As Jake said earlier.
Now you don't have to get them all. Whoever gets the most, it wins this round.
If you get one wrong, do you get a negative point?
It just whoever gets the most right. You don't have to get them all right.
What if I wrote all the? So we can only write 11 teams.
Yes, 11 teams.
You're just guessing, huh?
At this point, I think I have a few, but yeah, I'm getting down to 11 teams. He played for 11 teams.
You got about 40 seconds.
I know. I'm trying to talk this through so that somebody gives me an answer. 11 teams. He was on. And then
Burns.
Jake's not going to give me.
Start writing them down. 3, 2.
It's like beating Bobby Flay. Done.
Oh, I only have 10.
10 teams. All right. Did you get 11, Jeff?
I do.
Burnsy, we'll start with you.
Indians.
Correct.
I got Indians.
A's.
No.
I have the A's.
Giants.
Yes.
Yes.
Braves.
Yes.
Tigers.
No.
No.
Rangers.
Yes.
Dodgers.
Yes.
Oh, that was a guess. Padres and
No.
Astros. No.
Yes.
What? Marlins.
No.
So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 out of the 10. 60%.
All right.
Jeffrey, talking to the mic, please.
I have the Braves.
Yes.
I have the Indians.
Yes.
I have the Giants.
Yes.
I have the Dodgers.
Yes.
I have the White Sox.
Yes.
I have the Astros.
Yes.
I have the Rangers.
Yes.
I went on a limb and I put Expos.
Yeah. No. No.
Yankees.
Yes.
Angels.
No.
Okay, so I got 9.
So he played for Cleveland,
Yeah.
Pittsburgh,
Oh, we did play for
San
Pittsburgh.
Francisco, Philadelphia, Atlanta, Texas, Dodgers, Chicago Cubs, Yankees, Astros, and White Sox.
Jeff was writing after I gave mine. I'm just going to throw that out there.
These are all here.
I didn't look for that. I'll have to review the tape.
Can you double check if he played for the A's? I'm pretty sure he did. No?
I can double check.
All right. While you're double checking, give us the next thing. I'm ready to beat Cox.
Do you want to?
Good job.
I'm going to do it live.
Do you want
Let's do it
to?
live. Let's do it.
All right, we're going live. We're not no papers, no nothing. So
For the fans. We're here for the fans.
all right, if I say, oh man, but how do we do this?
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, you go first.
So
You're the newbie,
You think well okay.
and
fair.
you can't tell us. You just gotta make a little mark here. Borrow my pen. Who's the next player, Jake?
Do you guys want a football player or do you want a baseball player?
Either or.
Either. Doesn't matter.
Reggie Bush played 11 seasons in the NFL, and he played for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 teams. Reggie Bush.
Saints. Oh, I keep going?
Yeah,
Oh, Raiders. How many teams?
5. Saints is 1.
Mm-hmm.
That's your
The Dolphins.
Raiders, Saints. Okay, keep going.
The Dolphins. You got that. Detroit Lions and
Do you give up?
The Niners.
How much time should I give
There,
him?
that was 5. Saints. I don't even remember the second one. Do you? Saints, Raiders, Niners, Dolphins, and then there was one more in there.
You said the Niners, right?
Yeah, that was 4.
Saints, Dolphins, Niners, Bills, and
Bills.
the last one is he got traded at the very end.
What did you say?
Saints, Niners, Bills, Dolphins.
You said it.
Raiders.
No.
Okay, I got 4.
You both got 4.
4.
What'd you say? You didn't say
You
Bills.
said Detroit.
Oh, I did say Detroit.
was Detroit.
It
Oh,
was,
that's
yeah.
right. Okay,
Detroit. Tie. Not bad, boys.
So you're up by 3 because you got 9 on the first one.
Yeah. All right.
We'll go baseball player.
It's fair.
Yeah. I'm a fair guy.
This
So
guy
are you.
played 12 years in the big leagues for 6 different teams. Aaron Boone.
The Reds, the Yankees, the Giants. How many teams?
6.
Reds, Yankees, Giants.
Aaron or Brett?
Aaron.
The Marlins.
He always goes to the Marlins.
I know. I don't, because it's the only one I can think of. Toronto Blue Jays.
No.
No. I said the Giants. I don't think he played on the Giants, but the Reds, I said.
Mm-hmm.
He definitely played on the Reds.
The Cardinals.
Okay.
Seattle. The Angels. The Reds. The Yankees. He didn't play for the Giants, I don't think. Padres. And I'm going to go the Oakland A's.
You got 2.
Okay.
You got 3.
What were they?
Cincinnati,
I said that.
Cleveland,
Didn't say that.
Washington,
Didn't say that.
the Yankees, you both said.
That's 2 each.
The Astros,
He didn't say that.
but he said Florida.
Oh, the
He
Marlins.
played for the Marlins for 1 year.
Was he on the championship team?
I don't think so, no.
All right.
You
I'm
gotta
up
go,
by 2.
You got to go.
Okay, so this one,
Yeah,
this
up
one
by
you
2.
guys are going to need to write down because I'm having a hard time remembering your answers.
We'll say them.
Because this one's a football one, and this one is well, where are we at here? You've got 1.
So I'm down 2
This is
in
it.
total.
This is it. You got 1 tie. You won Kenny Lofton, and you just won Aaron Boone. So this is it for the win.
Okay.
This guy, hold on. Okay, played for 7 different teams over 21 seasons in the NFL. Vinny Testaverde. And then a tiebreaker will be where he went to college. So write down where he went to college. Vinny Testaverde. For those listening, sorry,
It's exhilarating.
bore the shit out of you.
All right. Go ahead, Burns. I got one more. I'm thinking, but
Well, I don't think that would be.
all right, I got it.
Okay. Oilers.
Pins down. And Burnsy, go ahead.
Oilers. Titans. Bucks. Jets. Washington and Steelers.
Okay. Jeff, you want to give yours?
Jets, Bucks, Colts, Patriots, Niners, Browns, and the Chiefs.
Okay, you guys ready to check your boxes?
Yes.
What college did he go to?
Miami of Ohio.
I put Miami. That was it.
Okay. The Jets. The Bucks. The Browns. Yes. The Ravens.
Oh, shit. I remember he played for them.
Carolina.
Oh, what?
His last year
Really?
at 44 years old.
Wow.
All right.
Dallas
Wow.
Don't remember him as a Cowboy.
and New England.
Coxie won. Good job.
And the tiebreaker would have gone to you, Burns.
Are you guys
Really?
surprised?
He went to Miami.
Wow.
No, I think you're thinking Bernie Kosar. Did he go to Miami too?
I've seen that about
University of Miami.
Hurricane, baby.
Or was it Vinny?
It was Vinny.
It was Vinny over Bernie? Was it Bernie or Vinny?
Well, Vinny had a weekend at Bernie's, and he
Yeah.
won that one.
Yeah. All right.
So
Let's see where your Bernie codes are. Maybe Jeff had it backwards.
I could have. It was either one of those two that Doug Flutie got the Hail Mary on.
He went to Miami.
Okay.
so you
And he wasn't that game.
85.
Right? So Doug Flutie.
So I think
Beat him.
Testaverde was his.
predecessor.
Why would I say Miami of Ohio when it was Miami? I didn't need it.
You didn't need it. You won.
One out.
Great
He still won, yeah. It was-
Yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah?
Yeah, that was good.
Jeff's good at that stuff,
Yeah,
dude.
Jeff's-
I like that.
You take Jeff old school, and he'll remember that.
Oh yeah.
I've got more
remembers.
names. I had a good one that you brought up yesterday, and I had
Oh,
to take
yeah.
it off, which was Kevin Mitchell.
You knew about this game yesterday.
No, we were just
No,
on
I
the
brought
phone.
up Kevin Mitchell. We were
Oh,
talking about
okay.
how many teams he
Teams he
played.
was on,
Yeah, and
and
that's
it
where the
made you
idea
think-
came
yeah.
from. Yes.
All right.
So
fair.
I told
Fair.
him, dude, he played for like 17 teams.
Did he really?
Oh, he played for a
I do have
massive
a
amount of
question.
teams.
You're an Astros fan, correct?
Yes.
Or a fan of the Astros?
Yeah, like it doesn't go deep.
Okay. Where would Nolan Ryan fit in your top 10 of all time
Pitchers or just,
players?
Astros, Burns, of all-time Astros.
All time Astros, where would Nolan Ryan fit in a top 10 list?
Do you want a specific number or range?
Number.
No
Because Jeff
brackets
was
here.
furious when I told him that. And I forget, I wished I remembered.
I'd say one.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it's Bagwell, Biggio, Nolan Ryan. Put them in any order you want.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
seriously.
the list that I found, and I wished I remembered what side it was on, he was 8.
8?
Yeah, that's my heater.
How? 'Cause- Well, yeah, that's dumb.
Stupid.
So dumb. Nolan Ryan is not 8 on Astros all-time list. Even in Major League, like he's not.
Nolan Ryan in our era is probably the best pitcher
Yeah. And
in
he'd
our
throw
era.
like 200
when we were
pitches in a
growing up.
game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was just phenomenal.
And he pitched forever.
And he beat up Robin Ventura.
Yeah,
You know?
you got him in the headlock
I mean,
and boom,
he
boom.
pitches with blood on his face.
Yeah.
Odyssey.
Because he gets hit.
Odyssey, I believe, is what it is.
Well, that's why
Heater on Odyssey.
Odyssey doesn't know what they're doing.
He's number
You
8.
need to go
Who
back
wrote
to
that?
making golf clubs.
Who ranked exactly the putter? Who ranked it? Who was the publisher?
Tim Kelly is who wrote it.
All right, Tim Kelly,
Timmy.
heater on you.
And it
Yeah.
came out in 2021.
Still a heater.
Timmy. How old is Timmy Carroll? Or
Kelly.
what? Kelly.
I don't know how old Timmy Kelly is,
He's probably a youngin.
but
Jake,
he's
you had one thing you wanted to end this on, right? You mentioned unidentified flying objects.
yeah,
before we started.
UFOs. Yeah. We didn't get to that? We didn't talk about UFOs
No,
already?
we have not.
I don't think we
Well,
have.
first, do you guys believe in UFOs? Burns, I'll start. Do you believe in? Do you think there are UFOs?
I think so.
You do?
I think there could be.
We've
I mean, didn't they come out with like reports like saying, "Hey, these things do exist," or
I haven't-
unidentified?
Yeah, it was real big that the government came out and
But nobody
acknowledged it.
Nobody
but
really like dove
Yeah.
into it. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Joe Rogan dove
a little. Yes.
Yeah, did you hear that one?
I did.
And his point was that it could have been like a drone that's just flying like 500 miles an hour, so it looks weird in the way that they can move and everything. But he's like, I also think that there's UFOs.
Satellite.
Do you?
Do you believe in them? I don't remember.
You know,
what
we
he said.
talked about this on Bonus Lips a little bit.
Was it bonus slips?
Yeah,
And like landing on the moon, we did all that,
yeah,
right?
but I've never encountered
Yeah,
a UFO myself,
right.
so I'm one of those like I'll believe it when I see it.
Jake and Pootie did. I remember that.
Yeah,
The
on Avenue 9.
Yeah.
Of all places, I mean, for a UFO to be, it was flying over
I was
the
hoping
orange,
people
orange
wouldn't
fields.
remember that story, but
And then, I mean, they were probably so high that they saw an
Never,
alien
never.
running and eating oranges
not
too.
driving, Jeffrey. I didn't do that while driving.
Okay,
So
But there was a
Hoodie
story
did.
that came out from some U.S. Navy sailors have said that a staggering 100 UFOs were seen swarming U.S. warships in 2019 with unexplained capabilities. An attempt to explain away the incident Navy chief said they were reasonably confident that the objects were drones. However, sailors serving aboard the warship say objects displayed characteristics that defied any technology currently known to us.
Okay, this has been an ongoing thing for hundreds of years.
Hundreds?
UFOs?
Hundreds?
Hundreds of years, yeah.
I didn't know that. I don't know.
I mean, it does. It makes sense.
I'm sure
throughout time.
All right,
I guess that's true.
Okay,
they talk
40,
about
and we as kids, UFOs were being talked about. Why haven't we found any?
Or has the
for
government?
all these? Are they hiding?
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I mean,
Area 51, isn't that like?
But I
full of
mean,
them?
was there only one? Did they only cover up one? I mean, how in all of these years? I mean, people claim, "Oh yeah, UFO sighting," right?
Yeah, I mean, you're correct.
No UFO landings, just sightings.
Right, just a sighting.
You know, that's
well,
my
they can't
thing.
land.
They
They're
don't
too
ever
fast.
land. Yeah.
I've seen them in movies.
Yeah.
I know what to look for.
Mac and me.
The scariest movie I ever watched was when we were kids. I don't remember the name of it.
Leprechaun?
No,
E.T.?
but the kid got abducted by an alien ship, and they were like sticking needles in his eyes and stuff. I'll look up the name. It scared the
bejesus out of you.
Yes.
say you can
Scared the bejesus out of me. There we go. Is that good?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm not a believer yet.
No,
I don't not believe in it. I'll use a Jake here. I don't not believe in it, but I'm not 100% sold on it.
So you don't believe?
I'm somewhere in the middle.
Okay.
Jake believes.
You're the levy then.
Yes.
All right. You need to break the levy.
if I had to say yes or no, there's no middle ground. I would say yes.
Good point. I would agree. I concur.
If you had to say yes or no, Jeff,
I'd have to lean on the side of yes because, I mean, there's been so many.
there's
reports.
been enough weird shit
Yeah.
that's been
So,
reported
yeah.
on that. Okay,
Yeah.
that's all I was. That's all I wanted.
Yeah. And to back that up, aliens? Yes or no?
Well, fly the ships.
Who knows?
Is it just an
Darth Vader,
intelligent-
dude.
Yeah. I think if there's UFOs, there's probably aliens. And what do you think they think
Who's
of us?
flying the ships?
Maybe just like a
Maybe they fly themselves,
it's
dude.
an
Maybe they're
ultimate
way ahead
being.
of us.
Well, who made them?
There's self-driving cars now, Jake. Maybe there's self-driving UFOs. Maybe they don't need anybody.
maybe it's a ultimate being, like it does it all through its mind. That's
What's-
a UFO.
Okay, now we're going into weirdo land. What?
Well, haven't you watched Stranger Things? They can do stuff with their minds.
It just
It's
came out
gotta
today.
happen.
Can't wait.
Oh, can't wait.
The last 2 episodes. If you guys
Yeah.
have not watched it, you need to.
It came out last Friday.
Although
No,
I
it came
said,
out today.
No, it came out today.
Last 2 episodes.
It came out
last Friday.
My
That's right.
bad. Jay keeps.
But you know
correcting
what?
us.
I said this to you guys before the episode started. Like, they lost the Goonies feel.
Yes.
Season 1 was unbelievable. And now these kids are just dorks.
Yeah.
And they're like 20.
Yeah, they
21,
probably were
like-
catching swirlies.
They're still trying to sell you on that.
Yeah, you're going
that
to buy beer now.
feel.
You're not chasing, aliens that we're talking about.
right.
Or
Should they have done? Should they have done it like
beings.
a?
they shouldn't have waited so long.
Or should they
in
have done
between.
it? Should they have done it like in a different place, like a whole new? Or was it the cast? Is what made that first one?
No, the cast
Yeah, I
just
think it
looks
was
old, dude. And
Well, and like you
it
said, the
was
riding the bikes, like that
Yeah,
kid, that
yeah.
Goonies feel. Everybody, if you've seen Goonies, everybody loves it.
Yeah, and
So the
that's what it
nostalgia's
reminded
gone.
me of the first season.
Yeah.
Hooked.
Yeah, me
and,
too.
And trust me, I mean, I'm still watching it. I love it.
Yeah.
I got to get back into it. Sorry,
I think Better Call Saul comes out Sunday too.
Does it?
like
final
it come
two.
out last
Then
Sunday.
you better call him.
The Sunday that
Just
the
passed?
most previous,
Yeah.
most recent Sunday. I'm gonna call Saul if I ever got in trouble. I'd call him. Would you?
Is that the spinoff
No, I'm
of Breaking Bad?
Yeah, it's Saul Goodman. Saul Goodman.
I never saw
Jimmy.
Breaking Bad.
Oh,
This is not new. This has
It's
been
new to me. Everything's new.
It's
Every
been
day
said on
is
here.
New to me.
hey,
God, I get crucified for all.
Breaking Bad,
Never saw
top 5 shows of all time.
Yes.
That's what I've heard.
And you've got to get through.
Time.
You've got to get through like the
Get
first
to season 3.
Yeah, and even in the first season, get through the first 4 or 5 episodes.
Yeah.
Like,
And
I
then
still
it gets
haven't
good.
even gotten deep into Ozarks yet, dude. Like, I'm like 4 episodes.
Jake,
way past.
I don't think we can have another podcast until you watch these shows.
I haven't watched Game of Thrones.
I'll see you guys next year.
Yeah.
I never watched
Did
Game
you?
And if we, yeah. Oh yeah.
Yellowstone,
Yes, I watched Yellowstone.
1883.
I haven't watched that yet.
It's good.
But
Is
I
it
have.
good?
I've seen
I
Yellowstone.
haven't watched it.
I mean, it's Tim McGraw and Faith Hill, so the acting, they get better as the season goes.
Do
but
they sing in it?
No, that's beautiful. No.
I don't get to. I don't watch that much TV.
I was
though.
just curious.
Yeah, you would think they would. Why not? You watch a lot of YouTube, though. Or
Well, yeah, and I'm
TikTok.
usually a couple nights a week editing podcasts, so I'm not watching TV.
True.
And my kids dominate the TV when it is on. So
Coco Melon and
so when I do watch TV, I'll watch something sports related.
Yeah, me too. But
So
I,
that's
Not me. I
kind of
watch a
why.
lot of TV.
Although
Yeah,
that's a
so do
bad
I. We
excuse.
do too.
It's not a really good excuse for
Jake,
Breaking
start watching
Bad,
TV.
Yeah.
or the other stuff that's been out for a number.
well,
of
Game of
years.
Thrones, that and Breaking Bad. Yeah,
I'm saying you could stream that stuff now
Yeah.
and watch it.
you're behind.
Burns,
Whatever.
Behind
I
the
do
times.
have something for you. Now that you're officially part of the Watch Your Lips podcast crew, you need a social media account
Please.
and you need to be able to tell the viewers where they can find us. Do you know where they can find us?
On Instagram and Twitter
Yeah.
and YouTube.
At
Watch your _lips.
Attaboy.
Got it.
Hey, and if you're listening, this video will be up on YouTube.
And if you're watching, hit subscribe.
Episode 23.
Fun fact about Burnsy, we share the same birthday.
Yes, you guys do.
Along with my sister. It's a special day.
Fun fact.
It's a good day. Good job. Way to be
I hope
born
you
that
guys
I know
enjoyed
it's
your...
January. What sign are you guys?
sign of the times. I don't know what sign.
What sign are we, Jeff?
Scorpius.
Are you?
I have no clue.
Virgos can beat Scorpius.
He was just setting that up. No matter what I said,
He's reaching.
I don't know the signs.
I don't know.
You guys don't know your
No.
sign?
Do you read your horoscope every day?
No. I'm not. I don't read it every day, but I know what I am.
But do you read it?
And,
Your
and
horoscope?
if you guys would know what they are, you would know why I'm so stubborn, because that's what Virgos are.
No, but you're a cox. That's why you're stubborn.
Yeah, you. Yes.
That's also true.
I don't know that shit.
Oh, my kids are the same way, man.
They don't know, or they...
Passes it down from
Are they as
generation
stubborn
to
as you are?
generation. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I'm not surprised.
And they're girls, so they're gonna be.
Oh, yeah.
They're
Yeah, they're gonna
give
punch
them
you in
hell.
the face.
Good for them. They should.
Well, I hope you guys enjoyed your 4th of July.
It was fun. I didn't burn my hand, so that was good.
Good.
You know.
Try not to do... No, hopefully... I'm glad you didn't do that.
We'll check back in next week. Make sure that you haven't blown anything up. And
For those that haven't figured it out, it's Friday, the week prior to the 4th of July.
so happy 4th of July, everybody.
Yeah.
And this
Hope
is,
you had a fun one.
Yeah, this is Watch Your Lives podcast, episode 23. Thanks, guys.
Thank
Later.
you.